Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. We'll news the American consumer debt rise is looking uncomfortably pre-GFC-like. But first, US jobless claims are holding at low levels. And American home building fell in January as the construction of multi-family housing projects dropped. But upward revisions to prior month's data and a jump in permits to a one-month high suggested their housing recovery remained on track. These may be good signs, but there are others. More than 1 million US consumers have now fallen at least 2 months behind on car loan repayments, and the delinquency rate has now reached 1.44%, its highest level since 2009. This is in a $1.1 trillion market. Delinquencies on credit cards are also on the rise and are now up to 1.79%, their highest since 2011. All this is despite low interest rates and low unemployment levels. And the New York Fed is reporting that the total amount of debt held by American households climbed in 2016 by the most in a decade, driven by increases in credit card debt, car and student loans, and a fourth quarter surge in new home mortgages, the highest since before the GFC. The rise in mortgage origination is good news for banks, however, even the publicly owned Freddie Mac, which is to pay the US Treasury a dividend of $4.5 billion. In China, the level of foreign direct investments into the country in January fell 9.2% compared with the same month a year ago. That is a sharp reversal from the 5.7% rise in December. In Australia, their jobless rate fell in January, but it masks some uncomfortable trends. Their employment rate is stuck. Their participation rate is down, and most of their new jobs are from a sharp rise in part-time work. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is lower today as markets develop something of a risk-off sentiment and pull back from their recent record rises. And that 10-year yield is down to 2.46%. Oil prices are essentially unchanged today and still just over $53 for the US benchmark, while the Brent benchmark is a tad lower at just under $55.50 a barrel. The gold price, however, is $16 higher today and now at $1,240 an ounce. And the New Zealand dollar is essentially unchanged at 72.3 US cents. On the cross rates, we're at 93.9 Aussie cents, and against the euro, 67.8 euro cents. The TWI is at 77.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.